Welcome to this special edition of Neurology News Network. I'm Marco Meglio. Please excuse our appearance this week as a majority of the U.S. workforce, including the Neurology Live team, moves to working remote as we come together to help reduce the spread of the novel coronavirus. First up, using Maitland's joint mobilization and therapeutic exercises twice weekly for a 12-week period, patients with systemic sclerosis demonstrated improvements in the functionality of their hands, reduced pain in their hands and wrists, increased range of motion, and improved quality of life. Senior author Andrea Dantas and colleagues concluded that the evidence supports this type of physical therapy within this patient population and is also accessible, inexpensive, safe, and easily reproducible in treatment centers of different complexities. A total of 24 patients diagnosed with systemic sclerosis were randomized to the physical therapy group or control group and were evaluated at the end of 12 weeks. Functionality of the hands, the primary endpoint of the study, was assessed using the Konkin Hand Functionality Scale, between the two groups, a mean difference of 11.33 on the Konkin scale was noticed at the end of treatment. The effect size was considered moderate, according to investigators, and 4 participants, two from the physical therapy group and 2 from the control group, did not complete the 12 weeks of intervention. Next up, pooled real-world data from more than 5,000 patients with multiple sclerosis treated with ocrelizumab showed that the therapy was associated with a favorable and manageable safety profile without any emerging safety concerns over a 7-year follow-up. Ocrelizumab, an FDA-approved treatment for patients with relapsing or primary progressive forms of MS, had its safety data pulled from 11 clinical trials, including the controlled treatment and open-label extension periods of the Phase 2 and 3 trials as of January 2020. At the cutoff, 5,680 patients with multiple sclerosis were exposed to treatment for a total of 11,424 patient years over a period of up to 7 years. More than 50% of the patients received at least 5 doses of ocrelizumab, and 28% patients had received at least 10 doses of the therapy. After pooling the data, rates of adverse events and serious adverse events in all patients with relapsing or primary progressive MS remain consistent with the rates observed in controlled treatment programs of the Phase 3 trials. Lastly, a follow-up of the Restart of Stop antithrombotics randomized trial found no significant effect of antiplatelet therapy on recurrent intracerebral hemorrhage or any major vascular events in patients with intracerebral hemorrhage that had taken antithrombotic therapy, allowing physicians to feel some reassurance about the use of antiplatelet therapy in this patient population. During an extended follow-up through November 2020, for a median of at least total of 3 years, investigators found that of those who randomized to start antiplatelet therapy, 22 patients, or 8.2%, experienced the primary outcome of recurrent intracerebral hemorrhage, and of those randomized to avoid antiplatelet therapy, 25 patients, or 9.3%, experienced recurrent intracerebral hemorrhage, resulting in a non-significant difference. For more direct access to expert insight, head to neurologylive.com. This has been Neurology News Network. Thanks for watching.